Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Another episode of working on my CB900F 1982. I'm just going to clean some parts up here. I'll go through the procedure with that. I won't bore you on the whole thing, but I'll show you what I've been doing with the some of the pieces here. The chrome side cover for the points. Then I've been cleaning this up here for the gauges at the top there, where the fuse panel goes. Go over that. And this is a stator side cover I'm going to be working on as well. So show you here what I have. Hopefully you can see that down here. So I've got my drill and I've got one of these brushes on here. It's like maybe a 800 or 400 grit on there. So what I've been doing on this one here is just grinding it down, getting some of the crap off of it. I'll just go over that as much as I can. The more you work on it, depends on how shiny you want to get it. The more you work on it, the better it is. Just depends how much work you really want to put into it. And once I get this all done here, I'll do a 400 wet sandpaper grit, and then 800, probably 1500, and then maybe a 25 or 3000. But you can see here some of the little notches in it that I'm going to try to get out. You can see already how bringing up a bit more of the shine, taking the rough texture on the top off. And then this one here, all what I've been doing is I put paint stripper on that, but it doesn't seem to be that good a paint stripper, so I might have to get some other ones. Make sure you got your safety glasses on. Should be wearing a mask, but I haven't gotten one right now, so I'll have to. It's just these little pieces here may be flying off, so probably good to have a mask on. But in here, I've just been grinding this down, taking most of the paint off as much as I can. Then what I'll do is probably end up priming it. In any place where you can't get this bigger drill in, I got a dribble, whatever. Dribble. See that coming off? And we'll try to take all that crap off. How much time you want to put into it to make it look nice. A little elbow grease. It's February the 16th or 17th. Another month and a half, maybe get on the bike. I don't know if I'm going to have this baby ready by then, but we'll see. Depends on my painter too as well. How much time he's going to have to paint the tank and the back fender, front fender. Said to put paint stripper on here and it did nothing. I saw that on a YouTube channel. Somebody used it and scraped whatever finish was on there, and then they used this other, it's called cut stuff, and it worked pretty good, but maybe the wrong paint remover. I don't know. That's taking some of it off, guys. Getting there. 10-15 minutes of the 400 grit. Now I'm going up to the 800 grit. We'll do that, wet sand it, and see how that goes. get some of that stuff off. 800, it's coming along. A little shinier, a couple marks in here that I probably really can't get out. So hopefully they're kind of down at the bottom, so it's not too bad. In here, I'll take my Dremel and clean those out later on. But yeah, it's coming. It's getting there. I'm doing the 1,000, and then I'll probably do 1,500, 2,000, and then maybe 2,500. We'll see. Keep your sandpaper nice and wet. Starting to shine there now. That's after it's getting a little bit more of a shine on it. It's 1,000, so I'm going to head to 1,500 now. So guys, that's after 1,500. Getting a little bit more shiny. Next one, I'll jump up to 2,000, and then after that, I'll see how it looks and maybe start polish it after that. Armstrong workout. I'm at 2,000 right now, and Dremel. I got a little, these things here you can buy at Canadian Tire, whatever. They're just little steel. They don't last very long. I'm just going to use them to clean out. I'll clean that out. Doesn't take much. There you go. I'll just continue on over here on my, this is called B-Cut. It's like a polish, automotive finishing. Get it from somewhere, I forget where it was, but it's called B-Cut Super. And I'm going to coat that onto here. And then I've got my buffer here. You can use a dry cloth if you don't have something like that. But I use this little buffer that's on here. And we'll get it spread on there, and then we'll see what it looks like. Put that over here. Not the cleanest job. Okay, and we'll take this buffer and start buffing it up. I might have to use a different pad. We'll see how this goes. See how that's shiny? I'll probably do a couple coats of that and buff it up, but it's getting shiny here. What do you think of that, guys? Getting a lot better, right? So I'm going to give it some more, and then that's not the final. I've got a buffer over here that I'm just waiting on a stand. I might use it yet, but that'll buff and get it even shinier. So this is just to cut whatever's craps on the top of that, take that off, and then I'll put it on the buffer. I got different stuff for that. Hey guys, I've got this grinder and I put a buffer wheel on it, more of that B-Cut on, and it's going to be noisy, but I'll just show you what I've done here. So I'm not sure about this. I mean, it works pretty good, but it's a little awkward to use, but it does. See how that comes out? Look at that shine there. It just takes all that oxidation off of it. So I'll use it on the bigger pieces probably as well, but I still want to buff it. I'll show you my buffer, but look at that. What a difference, right? From start, quite a shine. There's a few imperfections here, but they're pretty deep, but I can see myself in that. So that means it's working. Okay, I'll continue. I'm just going to do a little bit more buffing on that, and then we'll work on this one, but I won't show you that. That's tedious enough to watch this probably. So we'll get this cleaned up. Once I get my buffing wheel and wax on it, then I'll get this shined up and I'll show you how that works. Getting there, eh? Once I get it polished. What do you think of that? A lot better, right? Compared to this one here. Here's the other one. Right? A little bit of shine. I can almost comb my hair in that baby. So guys, I have, it's called Wizards, not Wizards, Wizards Metal Polish. Shines all metals, fast cutting, high gloss protection. So this stuff I've used too before I got my buffer, and you don't need much of it. Comes in a package. I've had this, and I did a whole bunch of pieces on the 125 that I have. And all you do is just put it on here, and it's almost like a wax. It shines it up pretty good. See the crap coming off of that? Takes all that stuff off. This is going to be one video just for this, guys. But that's all right. Learn how to do it. It's lots of arm work. But after, I mean, like I said before, it's how much time you want to put into it. You don't have to go that extreme. But I've got it off. You may as well do it right. I don't want to do it again. And then I put a good coat of wax on it. Some of them put clear on it, but I'm not sure about that stuff. But I guess it's all right. I'm going to have to repaint in here later, but that's all right. That's not a big deal. Let's just take that off and see what happens there. Pretty nice too, eh? So you can do that a couple times, and you could stop right there if you really wanted to. But I want to show you my buffer once I get the stand in and buff it all out. We'll use some other stuff I have. Guys, I'm going to run out of battery here, but I was just showing you this. I decided to clean that up with the Scotch brand for this on the drill. So that one's cleaned up, ready for sanding. Leave it at that, and I'll be back to you when we do the buffing. Welcome back. Left off of my other side cover here for the rotor and stuff. So I've got that ready to sand down. And then I had mentioned I was waiting for my stand for my buffer. I wasn't sure if it was going to get here or not, but it has arrived right there in the package. Get that, I'm going to mount that buffer on it. I'll show you when I get it together. Just unpackaged this stand. It's well packed. That's my buffer there I already had. I didn't have really a stand for it. I had this stand here that I've been using. So I thought I'd order a stand, and we'll get it put together. It's made by WEN, W-E-N, Manufacturing. And it looks like it's pretty solid, so we'll see how it goes. I'll get it together and show you the outcome. Together, awesome, very heavy duty, good looking stand, and easy to put together. It took me about 10 minutes. In here, it's all universal, so if you have 4 bolts that you needed to put in, they can line up with these here if you need to. These ones didn't line up, but the side ones did, down in here. So you fit in this area here. So I only had 2 of them on here, and just make sure you crank them tight. But yeah, sturdy. So anxious to get that fired up and check it out. I'm going to do some polishing now on the pieces here. I've done a little bit already. You can see here it's coming out pretty good. So the white chalk is for lighter polishing, brown and another color for a little harsher. But since I've done this already, so what I do is just put this on low. It's variable speed, and I just run the chalk on here, get it onto the wheel like that. Get it where it's white. You can see it on here. And then you can turn that up just a bit if you want, and then start to polish it. So hopefully you can see that all right. You can see that shine. You might have to put the chalk on a 2 or 3 times, depends on the size of your part that you're doing. This buffing saves a lot of elbow grease, let me tell you. It's fairly flexible, so it can get in the nicks and crannies as well. This here is flexible. See that? It's not real stiff. I'll do the face of it here and just show you. You see how shiny it gets there? What do you think of that, guys? I got fingerprints on it, so it'll clean up there and buff up pretty good. So I get that polished up, it'll work. It'll look pretty good. So a little bit of this already, but it's come out really, really good compared to what it was. I'll put some more chalk on it, and we'll get this baby polished up a little better. Turn it up a bit. I will fast forward this for you guys that get bored of me watching me do this, but I just want you to see what the result would be, so you can see it. See how shiny that is? Certainly saves getting a new part or getting it re-chromed. A little bit of elbow grease, but that's all right. I don't mind doing it. You get sick of it, take a break. And I'll paint in there like I said before. But look at that. Pretty shiny. Better than when I first started, that's for sure. Just wanted to, I got a few more other parts to do, but I just wanted to show you in this video how I do it. I've watched other people do it, and that's how I learned, and watching YouTube videos and other people doing it. So, and it's like I say, it's if you don't want to put the time into it, you won't get a nice result. But I don't mind putting the time in. There you go. That one's down. We'll get some clear coat on that probably, and this piece here, so you can see the both of them here. As long as it looks good, a lot better than it was. Just trying this, I got a small piece of plastic here. It's made out of plastic. It's for the top of the fuse box on the handlebar, and it was all orange peeled, so somebody just, whatever they did with the paintbrush, sanded that down with emery cloth and stuff and got it smooth. And a buddy of mine told me about this Rubber Care. It's called Rubber Care, and apparently it's by Clean Flow, and it works pretty good. Might have to do 2 or 3 coats. So I'm just doing a test on this small piece because I have the chain guard. It's plastic. I got a bunch of plastic parts. The air cleaner spots in it I've got to do, so I'm going to try this. And like I say, it may take 2 or 3 coats to do it. Well, that's it there. I just got an empty box here. I cut out the pieces off the side, and I'm just going to use that and shake that up a little bit and give her a try, see what it does, how many coats I maybe need. Apparently you just take the excess off, so you can spray it on, and then you can probably use a clean cloth to spread it around, but looks like it might need a couple of coats. You guys can see that there. So I'll leave that for a bit. Maybe I'll get a clean cloth and just spread it around there, see what it does. Wipe it off here a bit. Apparently you can do your controls up here. It does it fine as well. So I'm just going to give it another spray there. I don't know. Better than painting it, apparently. So try that. I'll leave that sit for a bit, see what it does. It's certainly better than it was. Do a couple coats of that. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 coats. We'll see. I'll let it dry for a bit. So I'd show you that, but that's the stuff there. And see how it works. You guys, just recap over the stuff that I did, how I started it, and how I finished it. So first of all, have these little things that go on the end of your drill. Scotch-Brite in between and a sandpaper. You can use that right off the bat to get all that crap out. There's other stuff that I have here. Just don't use anything too aggressive that digs into the chrome. That's going to scratch it and you'll never get it out. So you can buy this stuff at Canadian Tire here in Ontario. Get into little nitty-gritties. I have that as well. This here for sanding. I have that for the end of the drill. And they have little plates that go on top like that if you want to use those. I find doing it by hand is a little easier. Once that's done, then I can start into the wet sanding. So I use 400, 600 or 800, up to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, whatever you want to do. The more work you put into it, the better it's going to turn out to. Once that wet sanding is done, then I get into the cut, Super B-Cut. Takes all that crap out of there as well after you've sanded it. It's called B-Cut Super. A little dirty bottle, but I'll leave a link below for that. You can also use, once that's done and you cut into that metal for your, it's mostly chrome, then you can start polishing it up once you get to where you want it. And then I use the Colonial Brass. It's good for brass, copper, chrome, stainless steel, aluminum, silver, gold, fiberglass, plastic, and porcelain. So that stuff works really good too for polishing. I've used the wheel. I showed you that on there with the grinder. I put that on the grinder, but it's all right, but I might have to get a smaller grinder and do that. That works really good to put on. You put the B-Cut on and then use this. So try that if you want. And then if you don't have a buffing stand, then you can go into this Wizard. So that's the metal polish. I use that at the very, very end. Polish it right up. And then I put it on my buffer that I have over there. I showed you that already in the video. So those are kind of the steps that I go through. Takes a while to do, but it depends how much time you want to put into it. A lot of people just wet sand it and do a polish. There's called Metal Care, I think it's called. There's a tube of it that you can get, and I've seen people just do the wet sanding and put that on, and then they're done. So to each your own. I just want to show you the steps I do. But if you don't have a buffer, that's a godsend right there to get one of those if you're going to do a bunch of it. And those are the colors that I showed you or told you about. So there's the white for the less aggressive, and then there's the red, and then there's the black. So anyways, you put that on. I showed you that in the video. So everybody's different, so that's what I do. So guys, there you have it. A little bit of polishing, a little bit of elbow grease to get these parts cleaned up. That plastic rubber care, I've put a coat on that. I'm going to put another coat on it before I leave tonight. And we'll polish those chrome pieces up a little bit more. Get them ready to put back on eventually. And I'm just trying to get some of this elbow grease stuff done. And we'll continue on to the next video. Like I say, there'll probably be lots of episodes till I get this done. And subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Always looking for that. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.